One show in particular that really stood out in my mind was Frank's Place, and no doubt that was special to you as well. I mean, you played with your husband in there. Talk about that experience, if you don't mind.
That was not the first time I played with my husband. I started, the first show that I did with him was WKRP in Cincinnati, and I did two of those. And then we did Simon and Simon together. And a lot of the writers who wrote Simon and Simon were from KRP. So we had relationships there. And so they wrote me into Simon and Simon. They created Frank's Place. And Hugh Wilson says, I got a part for Daphne. And they cast me as the undertaker and the love interest to Frank. And it just happened to be, I'm working with my husband again. It's difficult sometimes to work with your husband who expects the best out of an actress. And if you happen to be that actress, you get the critical expectation, even though he's your husband. So sometimes he was cross with me. Okay, what is it you're looking for? I'll try to give you that next time. And so it was a fabulous, fabulous show. It was so well written. It was so well received. The audience was crazy about this show. I got a call from my agent after that show ended and said, we've got a audition for you for a sitcom with a young rapper. And I said, oh, no. I'll take a pass on that. Thank you very much. And I didn't go to the audition, but I did see the show when it came on that fall. And I thought, what a cute show. That was, okay, that's one I didn't do. So I continued to do other shows for a couple of years and got a call from NBC asking me to come and audition for Aunt Viv on The Fresh Prince. And I don't know if I hung up the phone before I got a plane ticket. I was so excited about going. So I went and auditioned with 200 and something other women. And by the third callback, I got to audition with James Avery. And I fell in love with the guy. He was just such a wonderful, wonderful actor. And I guess our chemistry worked because I happened to get the job.
I love it. And I just have to let you know, you are my favorite Aunt Viv.
Everybody's allowed to choose. It's okay.
and you know what's interesting, when they cast you, I was like, she should have been Aunt Viv in the beginning, because you just fit the mold perfectly. And I was so glad when you were cast at that. And what was it like working? I know you shared some of the things during the 30th anniversary episode, but what were some of the things that you wanted to articulate about the experience that the show didn't really go into?
It was such a comfortable, loving environment to work in. I had worked for years and years before that. And I arrived as a respected actress. And that made it a very comfortable entrance into a show that was way on its way to being extremely popular. And they opened their arms to me like I had been there the whole time. They just totally embraced me. And that made for a very comfortable transition into what somebody would think would be an awkward situation. But it wasn't awkward for me because I didn't know the first Aunt Vivian. I had never met her. And I had nothing to do with whether she was there or not. So I just had a job. And my job was to be this person. And I loved it. So it was easy for me. The hardest part was the first episode. Because I had never performed before a live audience on television. Even though I had done 2 WKRPs, which was shot before a live audience, the 2 episodes I was in were shot film style. So my first before a live audience was breathtaking for me. But as soon as I got into the rhythm of understanding to wait for a reaction from the audience and not trip over my words, I was very comfortable.
I love it. And it came across on the screen, and we really appreciate it. What was it like reuniting with everyone after so long?
It was fabulous. It was wonderful because we've all been in touch over the years. They are just dear, dear people to me. They're very much like family. They're touchstone family to me. We've done weddings, we've done births of babies, we've sadly done funerals, but we have never been all in the same place at the same time. And the way Will and his company designed the reunion and staged it with surprises for all of us was just so exciting. It was a project that we were not allowed to talk about before we shot it. And it was full of surprises. The first thing is each one of us had to stay in a different hotel because they didn't want us reunionizing before the show. And once we did get together on the set, to see the set again, knowing that we had bawled our eyes out the last time we saw it, because we had to leave, it was just joyful.
I love it. I love it. And what are you up to now? I looked at your website. You've written some books, some memoirs, and some incredible things. So what's Miss Daphne up to now?
Let's see. And I've just been involved and loving my husband and just having a good time. All my kids are fine. My grandkids are fine. So it's been a delight. That is so great to hear. And before I let you go, you kind of touched on something about when you and your husband, Tim, work together, how Tim could be a professional and kind of demanding. And I know on set, you were the professional too, but when you got home, did you ever have to set Tim straight sometimes? Yeah. And me. So it went both ways. I love it. I love it. And, please don't get mad. You can watch the entire episodes on our Roku channel, on our Fire TV channel. And if you just want to listen to it, you can listen to it on all these great channels right here. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit notification. And if you like our custom merch, we'd love to have you aboard. Take care. Love you all to life.